Hello, it's Wednesday, and so time for another Murdle mystery. Hopefully, anyone watching these enjoys them. Not many people watch these videos, but I really, really enjoy doing them, so I'm going to keep doing them regardless. Anyway, so we are doing Chapter 4, Mystery 14, rather, the Thanksgiving Dinner Murder from Murdle, Volume 2, More Killer Puzzles by G.T. Carver. So the suspects. Oh, actually, let me read you. Let me read you the introduction first. In the Holy Republic of Draconia, Thanksgiving was a sacred holiday which commemorated the crushing of a peasant uprising. Perhaps it was in honour of this great day that someone had killed the cook. So the suspects are executive producer Steele, the richest, smartest, and meanest producer in Hollywood. She's never seen a cheque she couldn't cash. She's 5'6" tall. Right-handed, has grey eyes and white hair. Father Mango has taken a vow of poverty, but he drives a BMW. He's taken a vow of obedience, but he has a staff of 25. He's taken a vow of chastity too, which is why he's on vacation. So he's 5'10" tall, left-handed, has brown eyes, and is bald. And Lady Violet, again, the heiress of the Violet Isles, the largest extrajudicial territory in the world. So Lady Violet, as you will no doubt remember, is 5'0" tall, right-handed, has blue eyes and blonde hair. So the possible locations are the dining room, which is outdoors, topped with a beautiful centrepiece commemorating the slaughter of the peasants. The kitchen, which is outdoors, where the chefs prepare the customary Thanksgiving foods, anything brown. And the pantry, which is outdoors, where the brown foods are stored. Honestly, a lot of them used to be white. So the possible weapons are a gravy boat, which is medium weight, a beautiful ceramic heirloom filled with hot poisoned gravy, a fork, which is lightweight, actually a lot more gruesome than a knife if you think about it, I suppose, and a turkey leg, which is medium weight. A turkey's had its leg ripped off and you're worried about another murder. So the clues and evidence are the second... Oh, God, this first clue sounds complicated. The second tallest suspect... Okay, so the second tallest suspect is executive producer Steele. Thought the person who bought a gravy boat had an interesting vibe. Okay, so executive producer Steele didn't have the gravy boat. Oh, God, the next one's just as bad. Either Father Mango was in the kitchen or executive producer Steele was beside a chef. So one of those two was in the kitchen. Which means, I guess, we know Lady Violet wasn't in the kitchen. A fork was discovered next to a grisly centrepiece, which is the dining room. So the fork was in the dining room, which seems logical. Father Mango was seen snooping around some stored brown food. So Father Mango was in the pantry. A turkey leg was used to commit the murder. Okay, so we know the murder weapon was the turkey leg. So... and it would be logical, wouldn't it, for the murder location to be the kitchen, as it was the cook who was murdered. But we will see. So I had a really good week last week. I've just filmed that one and I flew through it. This one feels like it's going to be more complicated. So let's flip the camera and see how I get on. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this is as complicated as it sounds like it's going to be from the clues. So the second tallest suspect, which is executive producer Steele, thought the person who bought the gravy boat had an interesting vibe. So executive producer Steele did not have the gravy boat. Either Father Mango was in the kitchen or executive producer Steele was beside a chef. So one of... Oh, do we assume that means the chef was in the kitchen? I suppose so. So it sounds like Lady Violet wasn't in the kitchen. Sometimes these clues are a little bit vague, but I think you're supposed to assume they're not vague. But I think that means one of those two was in the kitchen, because the chef may not have been in the kitchen. Right, so Lady Violet was not in the kitchen. So we're ending up with a load of negatives. Right, so kitchen, Violet. So Lady Violet not in the kitchen. A fork was discovered next to a grisly centrepiece. So the fork was in the dining room. Father Mango was snooping around some stored brown food. So Father Mango was in the pantry. Father Mango in the pantry. Okay, right, we're getting somewhere. So let's fill that in anyway. So we know it was the turkey leg. Right, so Lady Violet must have been in the dining room, therefore. Because she can't, we know she wasn't in the kitchen. See, I'm confusing myself already. We know she wasn't in the kitchen and we know she wasn't in the pantry. That's correct. Right, so therefore, executive producer Steele must have been in the kitchen. Okay. Right, okay. now what? Do we know? We know the fork. Hold on. Okay, so we know the fork was in the dining room. So who was in the dining room? So we know Lady Violet had the fork. Now we're getting somewhere. So if Lady Violet had the fork, and we know that executive producer Steele didn't have the gravy boat, then what's his chops? What's he called? Father Mango must have had the gravy boat. So therefore, executive producer Steele had the turkey leg. So executive producer Steele was the murderer. Okay. So we're nearly there. I can do this, can't I? Because I know where people were. So who was in the dining room? Steele. So it was in the dining room. Ta-da. Right. Let's flip the camera, turn to the back and see if I'm correct. Okay, so I'm saying it was executive producer Steele with the turkey leg in the dining room. Let's flip to the back. It was... Oh, no, I got it wrong. Oh, no, I didn't get it wrong. I actually got it right. I just misread, and you may have spotted this. I feel like I'm going to have to hold the book up to prove it. So, executive producer Steele is in the kitchen. I just, for some reason, read the kitchen icon as the dining room icon. So I was actually right. I'm going to take that. So it was executive producer Steele in the kitchen with the turkey leg. Executive producer Steele was outraged. "Oh, you think you can cancel me? I can never be cancelled," she announced. Right, so that's that. I finished it. Right, so next week then we have a Christmas one. I could have planned this better, couldn't I? I've done the Christmas one at Christmas time. So next week, number 15, Christmas in the Garden Maze. Okay, well, I'll leave it there and say thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you agree with me that I did successfully solve the mystery and didn't cheat too much. I just need to pay a bit more attention to the icons. Anyway, cheers.